Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Adeptus Titanicus Dominus. I am DisturbingPuppet. So today we're just going to do a quick skirmish just because I don't have a whole lot of time today and just thought it'd be kind of fun to do. So let's jump in. I'm going to play as the Imperium this time. I think last time I did Chaos when I did video. And just do a quick skirmish. So the skirmish is sort of be random, where it's set up with either going to be destroying the enemy or we'll have some objectives we'll have to grab. We'll kind of see how it goes. I do have kind of an army that I already selected that I played last time, which was kind of fun. The only thing that's really updated, we do have some new Warlord models. So the Warlords are now in their finalized state, so a little bit better detail and stuff. We can also switch out some heads if you want. I think the Mars head looks way better than the other one. I do like the Storm, it's pretty cool, nice flame effects. So what I've got are Warhounds on the flanks with multiple, what is that? I'm trying to remember. Turbo laser destructors, that's what it is. Oh, it screwed everything up there, didn't it? So 2 turbo laser destructors on either one. Just be careful about clicking, I'm going to mess up my army. So it does give me quite a bit of firepower, which is good for stripping shields, but also is decent damage against armored targets. Not, like, fantastic, but not too bad. A little bit better than the Vulcan Megabolters. So we're taking those. We've got a couple Reavers. The Reavers all have the Apocalypse Launcher and then 2 Volcano Cannons on each, which is my preferred long-range weapon. Let's see if I can get the Volcano Launcher here to actually... Volcano Cannon to actually show up. For the details. Well, it shows it here. So really good against armor targets, only fires once. It does count as a macro weapon and a Titan killer, so it's going to do more damage, more likely to take out weapons. So we've got a Reaver on each side, and we've got a couple Warlords and 1 Warlord on the right. The Warlords all have the same setup with 1 Apocalypse Launcher, 1 Laser Blaster, 2 Volcano Cannons. So kind of my preferred things. It's pretty good at taking out enemy shields and possibly doing some damage. The Volcano Cannons are mainly there to take out the enemy. We do have kind of a deeper setup we can do, so we could move some guys a little forward. I like being back as far as I can, just because I have some longer range weapons. Let's go. So you can kind of see the general victory conditions. We can win by killing everything. We get points for destroying the most expensive Titan the opponent has. I can get points for taking the forward operating base of the enemy, grabbing objectives. So it could be either objectives or we could have just a condition to kill all the enemies. So we'll see what happens. Last time I did this, it took quite a while to load, but seemed to load okay after a while. I think they're working right now on the campaign and then upgrading the models for the Warhounds and the Reavers. I don't know if we'll get some different models for the Chaos Titans as opposed to the Imperial Titans. I haven't seen anything either about like other factions other than Imperial and Chaos, so I'm kind of thinking probably the setting for the campaign is most likely going to be something during the Horus Heresy. That would be my guess. Kind of makes sense for lore, because that was when the biggest kind of Titan versus Titan fights were going on. But it'd be kind of interesting to see some other stuff as well. Things like, at least the Orcs. At least give me the Orcs as well. Throw some Gargants in there. Come on, you can do it. Alright, secure objectives. Each objective is worth a victory point. First to 3 victory points wins the battle. Victory is not checked until turn 5. So this is different each time. The last time I played, it was the first to 6 victory points and not checked till turn 6. I do have some fast guys, but my last time that I did this... I've got the opponent deactivating first. So he's got Warhound, Reaver, Warlord. So take a look and see. I actually kind of prefer if the enemy goes first. So kind of my center here. I do have Action Cam turned off, which is something that will follow your Titan as they move and take shots and stuff. It's actually pretty close. So on the left, we're actually quite close to the enemy. So we've got the Reaver up front, we've got a Warhound, we've got a Warlord. Pretty similar. He's got a plasma... Is that 2 plasma blast guns, maybe? Kind of a similar equipment there in the center. And out on the right flank, 2 Reavers. I've actually been thinking about making an army of as many Reavers as I can, just to see. I'll have to check the point values and stuff, see how it goes. I do have some potential long-range shots I can take. They're not super accurate at long range, but I might be able to drop some shields. How far can I get around? Can I actually get out here? Yeah, I can. Okay. Pretty open on this side, which makes that Warlord in the back really dangerous. But if I stay far enough away, maybe it's okay. I could take some long-range shots here, which would strip some shields, and then we can follow up with a Reaver, maybe. Let's try for that, and we'll retain. Just see if we can drop his shields a bit, and hit the shields. Okay, so we did strip his shields entirely, which leaves him a little bit open. Reaper's got the Volcano Cannon, so you're who I want taking some shots. Can I get up here at all? Not really. My Warhound is in the way, so I can't really get through here because he's blocking. That's rather disappointing, and I can't get up on this. I was hoping I could just kind of inch my way up a little bit onto this rock high enough that my volcano cannons would be clear. They might be clear there. Let's just take a look at the... Yeah, it looks like I should be high enough that I can take the shots over. So let's give it a shot and see. Yeah, made contact. I get a little bit of damage in as soon as I can. You will shoot your own guys, so you just have to be kind of careful about who's in front, who's behind, that kind of thing. I'm assuming at some point they might change that, so that maybe you won't take a shot if it's blocked by your own kind of allied titans. The Warhounds are going to be good at grabbing objectives. That's fairly close. We could try to go for that, potentially, there. We can run you around there. That seems possibly okay. We've got a little bit of building cover. We kind of move up and then grab it next turn, maybe. Let's just do that, and we'll let him take some actions. Since it's only to 3 victory points, I do have to be kind of careful about making sure that I can grab some. I don't have a lot of firepower on this left side, so I may want to shift some guys over. This is a good thing where if I can keep him behind the Warlord, they might shoot at the Warlord if they try to shoot at me. The enemy did that a lot the last time I played this. It really did most of the damage to itself with one of its own units. This does do a pretty good job on the minimap of showing me who's activated and who hasn't. If it's kind of flashing, I haven't activated, so you can kind of see the enemy and my units. So I've activated everybody out on the left. We still have activations here we could take. I don't have a ton of warlords. I'm probably blocking my own movement to try to get through here. No, actually I'm not. Let's try for some long-range shots here while we're moving. We don't have any of my own units in the way. If we can drop a bunch of his shields, then maybe next turn we can actually get some damage in on him. You do recover some of your shields at the beginning of your turn, but if we can get some hits, drop his shields completely. Like that, nice. Did hit him a bit as well, you can kind of see armor saved everything. I do have these guys as well. We could take some long-range shots in on that one. I think I'm going to reposition a little bit here. Can I get up here? It's kind of hard to tell where you can get up on the terrain a little bit. Let's just go as far as we can here. Facing now matters as well because you do have front, side, and rear armor, but the only way to control your facing is when you move. So you can't actually decide how you want to keep your facing at the end of the turn. So if you move backwards, you are going to end up with your back towards the enemy. Your torso will rotate and take shots as you move back, but it still, when it's back to your turn, kind of treats it as rear armor. At least it seems like. What else can we do here? So his armor is down. I could go ahead and fire some shots and destroy the building and get shots in with my warlord. This looks pretty rough. I don't know if I can get up high enough. Yeah, it's going to block a bunch of that there, unfortunately. There's only the one objective there, so really being out on this edge isn't really that helpful necessarily. It's nice and open so we can take some long-range shots, but that's about it, really. Let's see if we can get by. Let's do that. We'll take some long-range shots. We might get some hits in just to see if we get lucky. Blocked by terrain. It's going to be blocked by terrain the next shot, probably. So we might get one shot with the volcano cannons. Well, we did hit. Got some damage there. Really have to focus fire on targets to try to drop them. Titans can take quite a bit of punishment, at least the big ones. Reavers and Warhounds, not so much, but the Warlords can take quite a bit. They can dish it out as well. Let's just advance a tiny bit. We'll also take shots at him, so we'll blow up this building most likely in the process. Long range, so probably not much is going to hit. But we'll take the chance. There goes the building. Let's see what makes it through. Yeah, some damage. I'm surprised you could actually make it through that gap. Kind of has the Reaver in the way a little bit now. Where do I want my other Warhound? Not going to be able to get any good shots off without shooting my own units, probably. I think we might want to try heading in here to grab an objective, possibly. So if I can get up into cover, I might survive. These buildings are destructible, so there aren't a lot of good spots for me to be. So I can be a little risky here. I do have the building in the way, but that's it. It's the end of the turn. He's activated all of his units, so if I get the activation first, this isn't too bad of an idea for next turn. If I don't get activation first, he's probably dead. Let's give it a shot. We'll be aggressive. So do get some of your shields back each turn. Well, opponent's going first, so this guy's probably toast depending on who he activates first and what he wants to do. No, he's not shooting. That's kind of surprising. Even though he's close, the Warlord is much more of an issue for me. We did bang up the Reaver a little bit, and we could go after him again. We could just tuck in right here. And while I'm doing that, who do we want to potentially take shots at? Guess we can just drop some fire there, although that might destroy some of my own potential cover if I want to send anybody else up that way. He's really open, but it's really the only way I can kind of grab this objective. I'll try to grab the other objective with him. So I'll probably do this and then retain. Let's go ahead and go for it. We'll retain, so I have another action. Okay, good. The building is still there. So we'll drop the rest of his shields. Maybe if we get lucky, we'll do some damage, but probably not. So at this point, I think I probably want to activate someone to hammer him before he gets a chance to activate. I might be able to take him out before he gets a chance to do anything. My Warhound out here is also in a lot of danger. The Warlord by himself could probably kill him off. So the other thing I could do would be to pull him back and take some shots with him to drop some shields. That's probably a better choice, actually. Let's just try to move back behind this rock a little bit. Got pretty good shots there on him in the back. At least drop some of the shields a bit, hopefully. I don't think we're going to do any damage, but if I can knock out a bunch of his shields, it's totally fine. So we got most of his shields taken out. And we're a little bit safer. We've got a little bit of cover from the Reaver. Oh, he's taken off. Thankfully, the Warlords are a little slow, so he's not going to get that far. But he's going to hide behind the building for some cover. It's actually pretty smart. I don't often see the enemy do smart things, so that's actually interesting. Okay, I think we've got a better angle here. So let's try to light him up as much as possible. We're still at long range, so our chance to hit isn't great. And we're moving a bit. So if we get lucky, we can do some damage to him. Yeah, a bit of damage. Now, he's going for my Warhound here in the center. Let's see if he'll survive. The building did save him from some damage. That's a lot of fire coming in. I was hoping I could use these two on the Reaver and maybe drop him. You activated already? Yeah, you have. What are our other choices? We still have the left flank. I don't have a whole lot of firepower out there. So I want to get an advantage where I can. Where's my forward operating base? It's curious why this Reaver's pushing up so hard on me here. I really want to hammer that Warlord back there. So for now, let's do that. We'll move a little bit so we have a little bit more accuracy. It's going to be pretty hard to nail him here, just because we're at long range. But if I get lucky, we might be able to take him out. Oh, super close to death. Here comes that fire at my Warhound that I expected. See, right here we've got our back facing him because we retreated, which makes us more likely to get killed, and yeah, down. So Warlords are really dangerous to the little Scout Titans. Scout Titans are fast, we might be able to get behind stuff, but we just can't take much damage. Well, we could grab another objective here. So if I get in as close as possible, I have a little bit of cover, not a lot. Can try to light him up.
Order received. Executing.
Let's go ahead and retain just so I can take another action here before the enemy. Could just stay put, because I am high enough now that my shots will go over the terrain. So we could try for that. He hasn't activated him yet. I don't think. No, he hasn't activated yet. So let's go ahead and do that. See if we get lucky with some shots here. Oh, nice. A little weapon right off. It's the power of the volcano cannons. Taking some shots. But since we did drop one of the weapons, he's not going to do quite as much now, hopefully. Alright, unfortunately I've only been able to take 2 of his units down to almost dead, but not dead yet. So even though I've got the Reaver right there, I'm still going to take long-range shots and try to take out that Warlord before... I keep saying Warlord and Warhound and mixing them up. I'm going to hope I can get a shot in and take him out. Come on. Nice. Even with just a sliver of health left, if you still have your guns up, you can do a lot of damage. Okay, what are we going to do with you? We do have things kind of open maybe to the Warlord in the center. So we could kind of move up here maybe and get some shots in on him, soften him up for next turn. Probably destroy this cover on the way, but oh well. Yeah, there goes the building. Armor saved, armor saved. Have Warhound versus Warhound here in a minute. He got the activation first. He's going into close combat here, unfortunately. Smack, smack. Neither one of us has close combat weapons, so this could last literally forever. Just kind of headbutt each other for a while. Alright, I really want to take out the enemies that are weak, but not dead yet, because they still have weapons and can still do a lot of damage on their activations. I'm not sure if he'll shoot into the combat here. He might. This warlord here is probably going to erase my warhound. Let's stay put. Shoot him in the back. And retain, so we can take another action. So if we get lucky with anything here. Tiny bit of damage, not much else. And let's go ahead and have you try to destroy that other Reaver. There we go. I wish you could assign each weapon to different enemies. There's the shooting going on. Reaver versus Reaver fight here. No, I lost a gun. That's disappointing. What do we want to do? Warlord out on the left is going to get all its health back, or shields back, because we didn't actually do any damage to it. I don't necessarily mind leaving my Warhound in here tied up, because he may not shoot into the close combat. I'm not sure. Let's try to get some hits in here before he gets a chance to take an action. And I'm going to retain as well. I don't think I have a good angle to get anybody else to shoot at him. And did a little bit of damage. Him will probably shoot at the Reaver. I could try to take shots at the Warlord as well here, but I might hit my own unit. Maybe. Let's take a look at the arcs. Should be clear, maybe? We might hit the other one, that's fine. Let's do that, see what happens. As long as I don't hit my own guy, I'm fine with that. If we hit the Warhound, that's fine. Yeah, he's shooting into the combat. Wasn't sure if he would. So he's now got 2 of the objectives. We're still on turn 3. We've got a couple turns to go. Just have these 2 out here. Let's just do what we can here.
For the Emperor!
Strip my shields pretty good there. So destroy the Reaver or take shots at the Warlord. If I get the activation, it's fine, I think. If he gets the activation, I might be in a little bit of trouble, especially with my Warhound out here. Let's move up and try to get in position. I feel like I should go for the Warlord here, and we might hit the Warhound in the process, but I also really don't like this Reaver hanging out in the back. It looks like a lot of my shots are going to get blocked by terrain here, so that's not really going to be that helpful. The Volcano Cannons, the lower ones, are going to do more damage, and they're pretty much all blocked by this terrain. So I think we are better off going here, most likely. Blow up the building, get shots through. Can also try for you. That would pretty much wreck your day. I don't think this terrain's destructible either, so only half our shots would make it through, whereas everything should make it through here. Let's just take him out.
Order received. Execute.
Dead Warhound. Yeah, going for my little Warhound here, unfortunately. Don't know if I'm going to survive this. Probably not. Oh, he survived. Nice. Please give me the activation this time. Ah, crap. No, he's actually taking a shot over there. That's interesting. Would not have been my first choice. Well, that was a bad decision, I think. So I still have my Warhound here, and I could run him up, take some shots at him, we can retain, and then have a Warlord as well, shoot at him. I have to move quite a bit, go park on top of the remains of the others, and try to do some damage here. Definitely retain. So take his shields out, we're probably not going to do anything else. He's already activated the Reaver back there, so should be okay if I can destroy this Warlord. Let's move up a bit. Hammer the Warlord.
Order received. Execute.
Probably take him out here, I think. Yeah, nice. That keeps that pretty much under our control. Reaver versus Reaver fight going on in the back. Okay, I didn't lose any other weapons. That's alright. Yeah, definitely whittling him down, that's for sure. Okay, so I think we'll have you shoot at him, we'll have you shoot at him. You two can hammer this guy. I could also try to take some long-range shots at the Reaver back there instead. The only unit he hasn't activated is the one out here on the left. So I might want to activate him first. Let's try to get some hits in on him before he gets his hits in on me. I'll just stay put and have a little bit more accuracy. If I get lucky, we'll take out a gun, but not Super likely. Oh, there, nice. Comes the return fire. The camera keeps jumping around, trying to move it onto the action. Yeah. Show me the rest of the combat. It jumps away for whatever reason at the end. I'm sure the camera stuff will get worked out. I mean, this is still an early access game. Lots of things are probably still going to change. So I still have quite a few guys I haven't activated yet. So he's got nobody left to activate. You just drop his shields. The Warlord can finish him off. Yeah, there, it jumps away. My combat's not even over. He lost a gun. We didn't get to see it. Which is kind of disappointing. Let's just move out into the center a bit. So I'm trying to get past this bit of rock that's in the way. Couldn't tell if my volcano cannon shots got through. Oh, he blew off his other guns. He just has the Apocalypse Launcher now. That's it. So that's going to make him much less effective in combat. He's almost dead. But yeah, I wish the camera wouldn't jump away like that. Like, there's still shots coming in. There's still damage going down. Let's just take shots at him. Don't think we're going to take him out, but it's possible. No, almost dead. The opponent gets the activation first again. I don't think I've gotten it first this entire match. Really? That's where you choose to take your action first. Guess he's desperately trying to stay alive there. So I'm going to take 2 activations. I've got tons of extra Titans, or more Titans than he does anyway. You just take your shots, we'll retain, drop the shields, and kill him instantly. Nice. Nice, nice. Yeah, there's only a couple Reavers left. I might want to try heading for you while you're out in the open before you get a chance to do anything. See if we can do some damage here. Will my Warhound survive? Oh, I just barely killed him. The last shot took him out. Still, he did his job. So he's used all of his units already. So I can just shoot the snot out of his remaining guys. If I kill him off, it'll finish it. It's the Reaver down. Who's got an angle? Let's move you up. And take shots as we go.
Received. Executing.
Might just finish it here. Yeah. Won by annihilation. Victory. So he actually was pretty good at grabbing objectives from me. Managed to get that and I had to send in the other Warhound to grab it, taking that one. The objective locations are sort of random, so sometimes they're a bit closer to one side or the other. But since I had some faster units, I was able to run in and grab a couple here, able to keep it so that even if we'd gone into the next turn, I might have been able to grab something else. Well, all my Warhounds are dead. The Reavers are a bit far away. Yeah, I think we still would have been stuck at 2-2. I don't think there's any way it would have changed if I hadn't destroyed all of his units. But yeah, that was just a quick skirmish. I feel like I stumbled over my words way too much while doing that, but I didn't have a whole lot of time today, so kind of in a rush. Just thought it'd be kind of fun to jump on and do a quick skirmish. Unfortunately, that's going to be it, because I've got some stuff I got to take care of. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I will see you all again some other time. Have a good one.